years.
18,000 nautical miles.
29 countries and counting. This is Sailing Catamaran Element. After wintering in Turkey for 9 months, the Element crew prepared for the 220 nautical miles to City of Crete, with a little anxiety, as it would be our first overnight passage.
Crete often has strong northwest winds that create sea-sickening, steep, short-period waves, so we departed in near-calm conditions.
Our night passage was uneventful, but 28-knot winds on the nose kicked in at 8 a.m. the next morning, so we turned north and took shelter in a southern bay of Carpathos.
The next day, we pushed on in light to moderate conditions to Scythia. When we arrived in Scythia, the boat basin was full of small vessel moorings. Concerned about wrapping our propellers in the mooring lines, we opted to travel another 6 miles to Rousa and spent a night there.
Early the next morning, we would travel another 18 miles in light rain with 30 knots of wind, finally finding safe harbor in Nikalaos.
Once the crew were well rested, we anchored around the corner to explore the nearby fortress. So Sherry, this is your interview because no one else knows where the world we are.
This is an old leper colony that was closed down in 1957, but before that it was a fort or...
It's the fortress, yeah.
A fortress?
Yeah, Venetian fortress.
And so it's got a lot of history. We're going to go take a look. We're anchored just over with a great view back. We're heading west out of Alunda Bay, going down the coast of Crete to Chania. Up on the ridge, the wind generators. Looks pretty cool. It's just after 7 p.m. We're going to do a night sail. It's about 100 nautical miles along the coast.
So what's up?
We made it, finally.
You can still be on.
Palace of Knossos.
Ah.
Just waiting in line to get in.
Where's that?
Crete.
Okay.
In Heraclea.
In Greek mythology, King Minos of Crete lived at the Palace of Knossos. The king had Daedalus, remember this guy from the Hercules 1960s cartoons, construct a labyrinth beneath the palace to contain his son. This guy, the half-human, half-bull Minotaur.
On our drive to the Palace of Knossos, we noticed a sign for the Minoan Civilization Museum. So once Sean drove around the central church a few times, deciding on a parking stall, we eventually got to see inside.
The Minoan civilization is important as it is considered the first civilization on European soil. They made a significant contribution to the development of Western European civilization with their vivid frescoes, fine gold jewelry, complex palaces, elegant stone vases, and vibrantly decorated pottery. So this is the view from the front of our boat in Chania Harbor, Crete. We've been here actually for 10 days and we'll be leaving tomorrow morning. Winds typically here are pretty strong from the west. I got pushed around a little bit in here while we've been tied up. But all's been good, and it's got really nice atmosphere at night, a bit loud when you're trying to get to sleep. Met neighbor's seahorse last night. We had some drinks with them. on the back of the boat, and they'll be heading out tomorrow morning early as well. Got a weather window that's really nice. We're going to head up to Pylos on the Peloponnese coast. Unfortunately, the wind's in the right direction, but it's also extremely light. It's probably going to be less than 10 knots, which means we could be motoring quite a bit. We've got 150 miles to travel tomorrow, and we'll be going day and night. And they've got a great lighthouse. They just use it now for the red light marker for port entering. Looks really nice, lit up at night.
Next time on Element.
The crew of Element arrive at the Greek coastal town of Catamaran and visit the nearby UNESCO ruins and museum of ancient Olympia, where we learn about the culture and sporting events of the first Olympic Games.